a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Powered by Riverside.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
I didn't realize we were joined by a live studio audience. This is great.
Yeah, of course, we got Steve. We got Steve on the YouTube and Justin on the TikTok. We're live, man.
I can't wait till we get Jason in here.
Yeah.
Jason made a big purchase this week. Big purchase.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Yeah.
I talked to him about it before he bought it.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Yeah. See, he wouldn't talk to me about it because he knows I give him shit.
Yep, I knew, and that's why when he put it on Facebook that he had a big surprise. I said, "Did we get a prize for guessing what it is?"
You should have. Just like he cheated.
I don't want to ruin surprises for people.
Yeah,
I don't want to ruin the fun.
He didn't seem to give a shit.
Why did everybody delete their TikToks?
I don't know.
God, everybody really think it was going to go away forever?
No. I mean,
I didn't.
I don't know. Why are you yelling at me?
I'm not yelling at you. I had 3 people on my Facebook post today saying they deleted their TikToks and can't get it back because they're iPhone users, and Apple took it off the store.
They kept it off the store? Oh, well, that'll teach you to use Apple.
That's why there's iPhones selling on eBay that still have TikTok installed for like $10,000.
Damn. Fuck. My wife's just about to take the shit, but she's got TikTok. I might start trying to make some money off of this. Screw her
she
feet.
has to hold on to it until Apple comes back, because otherwise she won't be able to re-download it.
Screw her feet pictures. Oh, anyway, sorry. Wrong podcast.
And however you can pay the bills. That's all that matters.
Anyway, speaking of paying the bills, how you doing?
I'm fine. Not really paying bills, but
you got, but you made a huge video this week. Like, it looks like it's almost a trailer again.
Oh, the last update?
Yeah, it looks like it's almost a trailer.
Everything is back in, and boy, does it feel small in there. After working in it for 4 weeks without anything in there, yeah, it's amazing how much smaller it feels with all the equipment back in. But
did you put everything back in the same spot, or did you make any changes at all?
No changes. It is pretty much laid out as seamless as and efficiently as we can make it, without major overhauls in electrical and cabinets. So
I think I asked you this question before, but I will ask again. We talked about an induction burner that you decided to start using this year because you took out your 9,000-pound stove.
Yeah.
Being that there's a propane line already ran underneath there.
There's no propane line in there. Not anymore.
Did you take the black iron out from underneath?
There was nothing running underneath the trailer.
Oh, it was all inside.
Everything was inside.
Oh, that's kind of weird. Okay.
Why would it run outside? It just ran behind the equipment that was up against the wall.
Well, so I have this propane steam table up front, so it runs inside to that, but it runs underneath the trailer to the pot burner in the back that I have.
Oh, you have it, but that's on the porch.
Correct.
Yeah. So you had it had to go outside anyways.
I just didn't I didn't know if you thought about using just a small, like, 2-burner, like, little guy that would get your noodles done in a lot faster time frame.
Because then I have to deal with potential fire department again and Ansel and blah 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 blah.
Not for noodles, but I get you.
Yeah.
Fire department maybe. Yeah.
Well, don't need a hood, but I would need fire suppression.
To a point. Okay, I get where you're going. All right, I'll just sit here and
Yeah.
golden sriracha Doritos. Not bad.
Oh.
A little spicy.
I was walking by somebody in Meyer, and they walked by them and they said they were terrible. They were talking to their buddy or whatever.
Well, I mean, to each his own, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
I had to try it.
I'm trying not to eat them. Oh, speaking of Doritos.
Oh.
I think we are going to try another new promotion this year. We're going to have all kinds of fun stuff this year. I think we're going to have a bring your own bag.
I've seen those guys.
So that's a menu item on their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just bring your own bag, and I think it'd be fun to do for a day.
Oh, it'd be cool.
We definitely have to charge more than he's charging, like $15, and he's putting a shit ton of meat in those.
Yeah,
but it's not brisket, it's ground beef or whatever. It's not. It's taco stuff, not barbecue. So yeah, I think we might do.
I like watching those videos. These guys bring their own pizza boxes. They bring their own a whole bunch of stuff. I thought it was pretty.
I think it'd be fun. Yeah, because we've had people ask us if they can bring their own chips and we can make a Dorachos with whatever they bring. And yeah, we're fine with it. But yeah, I think it'd be fun. I think we might try it a couple times.
I've offered the if people want it quote unquote spicier, I've offered spicy Doritos too.
Yeah,
but
I just don't want to carry them. I don't want to carry extra bags, and
neither do I.
Speaking of spicier, we are going to roll out. We're going to keep jalapeno sausage on the menu permanently, which means we'll have our Abe Froman on there permanently, and we are going to do an angry loaded mac. So with jalapeno sausage, buffalo sauce, and our barbecue sauce and the jalapenos. Speaking of jalapenos, will you please start using fresh jalapenos? It's so much better. The flavor is so much better.
So I know the flavor is much better. I get it.
The color's way better.
The color's more darker. Yes, I get it.
But
I'm not good. I'm not good at spotting when produce goes bad. So I don't know how long we don't do a lot of jalapenos. So it's easier for me to keep stuff that's not. It's not the pickled jalapenos. They're just jalapenos.
I know
and juice.
they're just jarred jalapenos.
Yeah, same stuff that it's at Gordon's, but
jarlapenos.
Jarlapenos. So we don't use a whole heck of a lot of them, and it doesn't. Even though they are cheaper, these will last a lot longer.
Okay. All right. Maybe you would go through more jalapenos if they were fresh.
Here's the thing: is on the menu where there's jalapenos present, it doesn't say fresh or not.
I know. I'm not saying
somebody has to order them first to be able to find out whether they're fresh or not.
But I wonder what the return rate is. You know, like people that have gotten jalapenos on whatever, and then they're like, oh, they're just charged. So I might get them next time.
I can tell you that people. So our popular one with jalapenos is the Tipsy Texan with brisket, coleslaw, jalapenos. I have people that come back just for that.
Okay.
Use the same stuff. I've put jalapenos on a chicken sandwich before. Nobody's bought in that specific sandwich. So, and I hate chicken. Anyway, especially after this week. I mean, this week I love wings, but I hate wings.
Just like buy 2 jalapenos.
All right.
And the next time someone comes and orders, like you have a regular that comes and orders your spicy Texan or whatever, just say, hey, we're trying fresh jalapenos on this. Can you tell me if it's better or not?
I will.
Because if you slice them, they're good for probably a week if you keep them cold.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be cold. I get it.
And it's not like you have to buy 10 pounds of them at a time. You know.
Yeah, I know I absolutely know they're cheaper. I know it's definitely more economical for sure. For sure.
So there really is no reason not to do it. It's what I'm hearing.
It's just the jarlapenos last longer. Okay. I don't have to throw them out if I don't sell them.
Excellent. Oh, hey, what happened here?
These freaking jars have a 6-month. It's half my year, bud. If it cost me $7 for half a year versus what, $2 a week? See?
Well, then my TikTok went weird on us. We lost the the podcast.
So
video
TikTok
stream.
was very weird. Lives were very weird yesterday. There was a lot of, I was watching a couple different ones, and there was a lot that were just, the signal was just dying.
Huh.
And it was different parts of the country. I mean, I didn't know if it was TikTok was having an issue or
Was
what.
it last night?
Yeah.
Or during the day?
No, it was random times yesterday.
Okay. So I would say after 6 o'clock it would make sense because so many people are streaming TV services now. So you get that big uptick in everybody having multiple TVs on, type of thing.
Yes.
So,
whatever you say.
Bandwidth, man.
I know.
It's all bandwidth. So we saw the same thing with primetime Lions games. Especially we did over here, where everything was running slower.
Yeah. It was. Anyway, so yeah, it was. Yeah.
So how was your second full week? Saw you sold out one day, right?
Yeah.
And then it's ran out of brisket early another day.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations. Those are good things.
How close do you think you've been to a heart attack?
I don't know. There's moments where I think I'm having one.
So
yesterday I had one of those. I wonder if this is a heart attack or if my shoulders are sore.
So the day we ran out of brisket was what? Was it Friday, I think? Friday, Saturday, something like that?
Saturday, I believe, yeah.
Yeah. So I had 12 pounds cooked. We were moving some stuff around in the warmers. And yeah.
So 12 pounds cooked. So you did like 2 15-pound briskets?
Yeah, give or take.
Okay.
I have to do a better job of weighing my yield. I haven't done that, but okay, you're talking about me about chips. I can hear your.
Oh, it had something loose on my. I think it was half out of the wrapper.
Scrumptious. Just put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
Do it.
No, I threw it away.
Anyway, so I need to start really weighing my yields to figure out how much I'm getting. The last case of brisket I got was prime from Sam's. It was 4 briskets, and the case was 86 pounds. So they were huge. So after trimming, because there was a lot of thin and a lot of fat on there, probably ended up with 15, so 7 cooked, 6, 7, somewhere around there.
Okay.
But I got to weigh them, and I haven't been weighing them. Yeah, so we're moving some pans around the warmer, and my person dropped it on the floor.
Your person dropped it, huh?
Well, at the end of the day, it's me because I'm the one who told him to do it. So.
Well, no, I just assumed it was you.
No, my person.
Okay.
She's a hard worker, and I love her to death because she just does not stand still. So as much as I would almost trust the floor being absolutely spotless and clean, I'm definitely not serving brisket that dropped on the floor. But my dogs are going to eat good for the next week.
The worst part is it's going to be hard replacing her.
Yeah, I definitely don't need to replace her at all. Nope. No, I'm the one who told her to do it. It was an accident. It's nobody's fault. It just shit happens. And she started crying, and I started feeling bad that she was crying versus I'm just chalking up to, hey, shit happens.
Yeah.
Cost of doing business. She's like, I can't believe that. How much did that cost? I'm like, well, I probably could have sold that for $300 or so. I don't know.
How much did it cost, or what did we lose in sales?
That's another 20, 30 orders. No big deal. Anyway, so other than that, we were actually not including our spectacular day on Sunday. Are we hearing UFOs?
Yes.
Okay, good. We were flat as far as sales, so we did the same. We had
good.
Thursday right now is our lowest day. We have yet to break 1,000.
But still above your goal, right?
Still above the goal.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yesterday though, wow. So yesterday we said to be open 11 to 5. We took pre-orders for ribs and wings. I did not. I underestimated the capacity of my smoker, or overestimated the capacity of my smoker.
Chicken takes up a lot of space.
Especially cut wings. Especially cut wings take up a lot of space. So I'm having every rack full of wings, and I still got 8 racks of ribs that I got to cook. So I started the smoker at 5 and put everything on at 6. I did bump the temp to 275 versus 250, but yeah. So I had to do 2 batches of wings. So 90 pounds cooked equaled. I gotta look how many orders we had.
90 pounds raw.
90 pounds raw. We had 54 orders. We lose about 6. I have done the math as far as what we've lost because we weigh out our wings to a pound.
Yeah.
So
You're
we
losing
lose
about 40%.
60%.
You're gaining. You get 60%.
I get
So you lose
yes. I'm
40%.
losing 40. Yes, I get 60%, which is to me that's I was floored with that when I told you that last week. It was
Yep.
that was, and
I
I don't
wouldn't think
know if
there's
it's
enough fat in the chicken to cook out.
oh it was, but I'll tell you what, these things were fantastic because of course I had to try one. The other thing is so I've made it known that I got to give somebody props here before he yells at me. I don't know if Bubba's on the YouTube or the TikTok or anything.
He is on the TikTok, yes.
Oh, I love him. Anyway, when I worked with him, we used a rub recipe, and the Superstore is out of Executioner again. And so I bought something that Mark's, or one of the owners said that resembles it with Smoking Guns Hot. And I can tell you, I ordered it last Friday, so a week ago Friday. Okay. It is lost at the moment. So come
And
Wednesday,
that is unusual for them.
well, it's the
It
damn
does not happen.
It's the damn USPS.
That still doesn't happen often. But anyways, go ahead.
Anyway, it's currently lost because it actually says when I track it that there's like no tracking data, and it was supposed to be here Saturday. So lucky enough, when I was working for Bubba at the restaurant that we both worked at, I may have pilfered his rub recipe. And I'm not the best at doing recipes in bulk, so I kind of went with. I know it's not hard.
No, I said it's not pilfering. That's straight up shig. But
I shigged the shit out of it. I'm fine, Bubba. If you hear that, I shigged the shit out of it. So I want to give him props because realistically, that recipe helped me out in a pinch. I made like 12, 13, 15 pounds of it, something like that. And people are raving about it. Like people say the ribs are better. Not saying Executioner's bad because it's not. They are saying that the chicken's a little bit, because I use the rub really on everything and I just add a little more black pepper for brisket. But people are saying the chicken might be a little bit spicy. But I mean, chicken's chicken. You got to flavor it up somehow.
right.
So, Bubba, thank you for teaching me that. It helped me out in a pinch for sure. It
Excellent.
was better than going to Ace and trying to find some rubs. Anyway, so
my Ace has a huge selection.
Mine does too.
Of rubs and charcoal.
Yeah.
I can't believe the selection of charcoal they have.
Yeah, they have like 3 aisles of barbecue stuff now. That's crazy. Ace is really getting into it.
Bubba says he shigged my whole cookbook.
No,
in there with his camera taking pictures.
It's the only one I took. Well, I might have had the beef rub too, but he already gave me a beef rub.
That's all right. That happens. I mean, that's why we have people that come on. I mean, our guy from last year. I knew he was copied everything, and I was fine with it. He asked me beforehand.
Well,
so
the funny thing,
you want. Do what you need to do.
I tried to pass it off as my own rub, and he's like, "What'd you start with the base?" I said, "Oh." He's like, "Give credit where credit's due." I'm like, oh, yes, I was in a pinch. I'm not good at like I have a ton of recipes that I've found over the years, but I'm just not good at scaling them to bulk. And it's like I don't want to do teaspoon, 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 and just trying to figure that out. So
Do it once. So do it in your normal recipe, but do it by weight, and then scaling it is a whole lot easier.
oh, all right. Well. And that's actually that's how I did this. I did everything by weight.
Yep.
It made more sense.
All my rubs I do by weight for mixing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It just makes it so much easier.
Anyway, so I was always worried making my own rubs. So I was always worried if you ever notice the rubs that you buy, they're a lot, even though they have the same ingredients, for some reason, some of them seem like they're a lot more granule versus when I made this one, it was granulary, it was large, flakes, and then it also had like powder. And I was always worried that whatever powder was in there, so chili powder or paprika or something like that, like I was always worried that would be the overpowering flavor because it's powder and that's the first thing that gets on it. So using it to cook, this is the first time I ever used it like myself. I was very surprised at like the flavor that it gave off. It was I was expecting, like I've always used, does that make sense? Like the executioner you buy is like granule. It's not powdery, and this one was powdery and I was, just worried, but it all worked out grand. So thank you, Bubba.
Yeah. It just all depends on the grind, but yes, it changes the parts per million, which changes everything else. So it's all at that point, if you're going to start playing with grain sizes or grind sizes, coarseness of it, then you're gonna have to adjust other things in the recipe.
Yeah, but no, it worked out well. So again, our tens of listeners, thank you, Bubba.
Excellent, thank you, Bubba.
We did 54 orders of wings on a Sunday from 11 to 5. We did like $2,000 yesterday.
Nice.
That was.
Did you end up selling a lot of bulk yesterday?
Bulk meat? So we just advertised we were going to be open. We sold, obviously a lot of wings, but it was only about $900 in wings. So we sold. Yeah, I had 10 pounds of brisket we cooked. We had 10 pounds of pork we cooked. 10 pounds of chicken. So
but were you selling a lot by the pound though?
Yes. So I am
doing parties and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I am selling a lot by pound. So yesterday I looked at my sales as far as the menu goes on what is selling and what isn't. And all the quote unquote traditional barbecue, like 1 meat, 2 meat plates, combo plates by the pounds, that's the top sellers. Like the sandwiches that we've had that we've made tried to make known. I'm not gonna say they're the lowest because pulled pork sandwich will always be your kind of number one, but they're a lot lower than what I thought. Like chicken sandwiches aren't selling worth a shit, and it's like I thought.
I was just talking about yesterday, and more specifically, if there's people were getting like 3 pounds of pork to go for.
It was probably a pound, max. Somebody came up and got 2 pounds. I miscounted on wings and messed up a lady on 2 pounds of wings. She'd ordered 5. I only had 3. And so I gave her 2 pounds of pork instead. And she's like, "Oh, that's great. I'm okay with that. Yay."
Sorry, I have I'm expecting a phone call this morning.
Oh. So. Are you going to be the official barbecue of the White House?
If the money's right.
Remember, we're not political, but all money's green. I did get a compliment, so I have a shirt that said brisket.
Is it good advertising if your name comes up in the wasteful spending report?
Well, considering RFK is all about organic shit, I don't think you're in the White House anytime soon.
Well, we're not. Really, think about it. We're pretty close to whole food. There's not a whole lot processed on our truck.
Correct. And animal fat's the best fat for you. So.
Oh yeah, he cooks everything beef tallow.
Yeah.
If I had fryers that we used, I would use beef tallow with it. Chicken
schmaltz, chicken fat, best fat you can fry with. So beef good.
Tallow.
That both of it's okay.
You know, McDonald's used to use beef tallow.
Yeah, it's probably when they were good.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're dirty Ronnies.
Have you? So sorry. My first real job
Was McDonald's.
was McDonald's. I worked my way through the ranks. I was kind of a big deal in small circles. A real shining star. I was on my way to Hamburger U, baby.
This kid's going places.
I was on. Hey, I was the assistant manager at the busiest McDonald's in the state, and I was on track for regional management. They were going to send me to Hamburger U. Surprising though, at 21 years old, I had a consistency issue with how much I wanted to work and how serious I took the job at McDonald's.
You don't say.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, I learned a lot, and really, this truck doesn't happen without all that experience I've had at McDonald's. Anyways, so have you seen the movie The Founder with Michael Keaton?
Yeah.
The Ray Kroc story, blah, blah, blah.
Great movie.
So as I'm watching it, and I know the story of McDonald's and the story of Ray Kroc, and I'm like, well, some of this stuff doesn't seem real accurate. But, okay. So I'm looking through my Google books, and there's a recommendation for a Ray Kroc autobiography that just came out. It came out after the movie did.
Mm-hmm.
He's been dead for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So this is all based off his memoirs and writings from his life. So I'm listening to that. It's like, well, this is different than what some of the stuff in the movie was. So it became very clear to me that the movie was very much based on the McDonald's brothers' memories of the events that happened.
Okay.
And the book is more his recollection, and what the version I've always known is to be more accurate. Yeah, he did. And then I rewatched the movie after I listened to the book. I was like, oh my God, I don't know how I didn't see some of this stuff where he always had a drink in his hand. He was always, as soon as he'd walk into a door, he'd go over and pour himself a drink. Like very clearly they were making him out to be an alcoholic and a struggling salesman, and McDonald's saved his life. And none of that was, I mean, like he was, the multi-mixer that he was selling, he owned the company.
Yeah, well,
he did.
No, I know.
So Prince Castle was he got the company from the paper cup sales that he did before. He was like a huge salesperson. Yeah. So Prince Castle was they had these multi-mixers everywhere. He didn't stumble on McDonald's. He flew out there to see their operation because they had 8 multi-mixers already. And couldn't believe it.
Makes sense.
So, and yeah, they touched a little bit on the initial contract, and then he didn't talk about it anymore. So
really,
yeah, he said it was all in the contract. He tried to get written permission on everything, and they did verbal confirmation over the phone. And the written confirmations was all their contract, like where he just signed stuff was true. Like he read it, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. The book's really good. There's not a whole lot of like business tips on it, and there were some reviews that was like, oh, I expected to learn how to run a business from this. No, it's fucking memoirs.
Yeah, it's not a biography. Settle down, pal.
Yeah. So yeah, it's an interesting read if anybody's likes that kind of stuff. But yeah,
cool.
Anyways, sorry for the derailment.
No,
I'm not even sure how we got there.
I don't even know either. You're just it's all Josh all the time.
It's the first I've talked in the last 10 minutes.
I don't know about that.
In Skippy's Cafe.
Well, somebody's got to work in the off season. One of us has to.
I'm too good for a food truck anymore.
I still have the food truck there, fella.
It's going to be Monday morning food truck cafe.
No, we call it the barbecue shop now. It's not the cafe. Because they're so the owners of the cafe are changing the name. It's not going to be Callahan's Coffee Cafe anymore. It's going to be Callahan's Coffee Company. They're trying to they have a mobile coffee trailer, and they're trying to blend it together, I guess you can call it.
Gotcha.
So we call it the barbecue shop because that's all.
You should go PB&J's, the cafe, and do it like Spaceballs did with all their marketing of their stuff. Spaceballs, the bed sheets. When
owner-
you do shirts to sell, it says PB and J's. The shirt.
Shirt. Yeah. So back to the menu. Traditional stuff is selling. Bubba has asked me numerous times to start slicing brisket. I'm going to do an experiment this week, and maybe for our Thursday special, we'll do sliced brisket. I'm going to try to figure out how to hold it right. He gave me a tip to try, so we're going to see how it goes. I actually would like to slice. The problem is like using chopped, it's so much easier to portion out. Slicing, you really have to be good at slicing the same slices, and I got to teach somebody how to slice if I'm not being the one who's slicing.
Right.
Is this your call?
I don't know.
Oh boy.
Hello, it's Josh. Connect my call. You called me, bitch.
That is a telemarketer and or a debt
Well,
collector.
it came up suspected spam, but I wouldn't be surprised if the person calling me comes up as suspected spam.
No,
So
probably shouldn't listen to him. Anyway, what else we got going on?
it's somebody from Lending Tree. I'm expecting a phone call from.
Oh, trying to get an ad.
An ad?
Yeah, they do ads.
Oh.
Like people go to Lending Tree and they're in Grand Rapids, they can see your barbecue ad.
Oh, no.
All right.
No, the more traditional sense of why somebody would contact them.
Yeah, I understand that. trying to obtain some capital, I completely understand.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Square just offered me a new loan finally. Yay!
Yeah. Excellent.
Still trying to get better ones.
We haven't really needed ours. Like I've taken them every winter as a just in case.
Absolutely.
A little security blanket, and they're all paid off by July usually.
Yeah, 6-7
So,
months max.
Boy, am I glad I had ours this year. Jeez almighty. Yeah, I looked through and we've spent $15,000 more than expected this winter.
Just with the trailer?
So the smoker cost $4,000 more than I expected it to.
It did?
It was 14. Yeah. I was expecting it to be 10 to 11. Based on some old pricing that I found on the internet.
Fuck, I was expecting 16. I think you got a deal.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
But yeah, I think that was a price I had gotten from somebody else that said that's what they paid.
Yeah.
But it was like early 2020 probably.
Oh.
So before everything went stupid.
Yeah. Okay, so we put 14 on the smoker.
Then I had to pay off the truck due to some some issues. So there was another 6 there.
Okay, so up to 20. All right.
It's 10.
Oh, sorry. I was adding the smoker cost, not the overage on smoker cost. My fault. Here we go. Can we press the record button again? Start over with an intro.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah.
Here, this is what I feel right now. What I feel. Ready? That's what I feel.
It all just adds up, and there's stuff everywhere. And
yeah,
it seems like it's one of those winters that shit just kind of piles up on us. So
spent $15,000 on all this shit in my new kitchen. Fucking yay!
Yeah, $2,000 on the pickup truck when the brake caliper went out and ended up replacing all the brakes, which we're gonna have to be done anyways. But so yeah, just it was nice to have it this year. So I don't have to go in 5 weeks and be like, oh, let's buy 1 brisket and 2 pork butts today, and hope we have people show up so we can buy a pork butt and briskets for tomorrow.
Wow, that sounds like 2020 all over again.
That was us 2 years ago.
Was that before or after the first crying session in the trailer?
Oh, I don't remember. It was definitely after. But yeah, I mean, we had most of our opening weeks just like, all right, we're gonna get just enough. Like we're not stocking the dry stock up at all. We're getting what we need to get through 2 days, and then we'll go shopping again tomorrow.
That's kind of what I was when I was starting this up. Like house payment, car payment. Okay, what else do I got left?
Yep.
Then Cisco's like, if you want to keep us, you got to at least make 1 order in a calendar year, or else we have to restart your whole system all over again. I'm like, shit. All right. I'll order my dry stock and then it sits there for a month.
Can I get one chicken breast? Just one breast, not a case, just one breast.
Can you actually? I need to order a minimum of 15 items. Can you please individually count 15 chicken breasts out there, and we'll go with that.
Yeah.
So I did Gordon's, just so you know, because I know you probably haven't. Well, you've been there because you've had caterings, but I don't know if you've noticed their case prices lately. They are the single-handedly the cheapest by a long shot of boneless, skinless thighs.
Yeah.
$61 for a case.
Which is stupid that boneless, skinless thighs are cheaper than chicken wings. It's ridiculous.
So the chicken wings I bought were $90 a case, or 94, something like that.
Which isn't terrible.
Bad. No,
120 last year at this time.
Yeah, the most I've ever seen was like 135.
Yeah,
but no, the Restaurant Depot. So I go 3 stores: Restaurant Depot, Sam's, and Gordon's. Depot's boneless, skinless thighs were $2 a pound,
which is even cheaper than a lot of places.
Sam's case price $3.28 a pound.
Holy shit!
For 40 pounds. Now they're individually wrapped into like 5-pound packages,
right?
Because they just open the case and throw it in their store. But
yeah,
Costco's
$2.79.
Yeah, but $61 for
that's awesome.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, and my new my GFS, their remodel just got finished. They were like the last one in the Grand Rapids area to get the remodel, which is insane because it's their busiest store.
For those doing the math, it's $1.55 a pound.
Thank you. Oh. So yeah, we got a nice little walk-in cooler area that we can walk in and grab cases for ourselves. And pleasantly surprised that they had all the chicken we ever get outside of wings. They had everything else on the shelf.
Yeah.
So, which is crazy because there's been times where it's a 3-day wait to get chicken quarters. And there are 6 cases on the effing shelf.
Yeah, I called Friday to pick up an order Saturday for a case of wings. I called at noon. They had a case there for me Saturday morning. So
awesome.
It was. I like the people at my Gordon's. I don't like a lot of their prices, but compared to others.
Yeah.
But other than that,
yeah, there are definitely some things there that it's like airport pricing on some of the stuff.
Yeah, because they know it's not. You can't find it everywhere. So like I get the diced
fruit snacks.
Fruit
snacks, like the big boxes of fruit snacks that you can get anywhere.
Yeah,
they're like twice as much as they are at Meijer.
Yeah,
I'm like
a number 10 can of beans.
Yeah,
is like $4 more expensive than Sam's. I'm like, what? Or how they're selling canned cheese for $22 a can.
Nacho cheese?
Yes.
No, I'm not paying that.
No, the most expensive, or not the most expensive. Nacho cheese at GFS, I think, was $15.
Yeah, I think that's what most of their can prices are generally in that vicinity.
Well, they were.
Are you pulling up GFS?
I am.
Okay.
So their Gordon Choice nacho cheese sauce. Okay, my bad. $12 a can.
22.
No, but
there's a jump. I'm gonna have to start looking.
No, hold on. But their chef mate nacho cheese, same size can, is $25.
Yeah.
The fuck's the difference in cheese?
A lot, probably.
And they even have Thank You brand nacho cheese, $18 a can.
I haven't seen the Thank You brand.
Well,
I like the GFS stuff. Yeah, we doctor it up a little bit,
but it actually does not say nacho cheese on the label. It says jalapeno cheese sauce.
I bet you it's spicy. Yeah, the chef mate cheese is really good. I think it's better. It's far better, I think, than the GFS cheese.
Chef mate is good. I like the Bay Valley from Sam's. It's $10 a can, and it's very creamy.
Excellent.
That's what I used for.
Do you add anything to it?
Yes. Yeah. A splash of milk and barbecue rub. I think I got that from somebody.
A splash of milk?
Splash.
Please tell me you're not just free pouring milk in there.
No, half cup.
Okay, thank you.
But when
It
you
took
pour
me
it, but when you pour it in the cheese, it makes a splash. So it's a splash of milk.
It took me a long time to break Chris of the how much barbecue sauce goes into baked beans. It's 3 glugs.
It's great.
And I'm still not 100% positive that he doesn't do it that way when I'm not on the trailer.
You know he
and I'm not
does.
looking.
You know he does.
It's a cup. It's 1 cup. So we measured it. So we did 3 glugs. He's like, watch, 3 glugs. And it filled it to the cup. I said, yeah, but what if the gallon, what if I don't pour as much as aggressively and it doesn't glug at all? Then what? I said, that's great that you know, and I know. But what about somebody new coming under the trailer? You're going to train them to glugs? No. We measure.
Hold on. You gotta ask Caleb next time. how many glugs? See if he even picks it up. How many glugs go into a bean?
It's like we're freaking trying to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
A glug.
Someone's been watching too much adult movies. That's what that is.
Well, it is Chris. So I went last night for dinner while the Super Bowl was going on because I really didn't give 2 shits about it. Fly Eagles fly. Anyway, we went to the restaurant that I fired my guy from, or
his other place of employment.
His other place of employment.
All
He
right.
didn't seem to be there.
So he's right on par then. I mean,
but then I wasn't wearing my hat. I wasn't wearing any PB&J stuff. It is literally like the next block over. So we sit down. I was there for 15 minutes before a waiter came over and said anything to me because I was waiting for my wife.
mm-hmm.
But he came over at like right when our reservation time was supposed to hit. And by the way, why they have reservations when the restaurant was empty on a Sunday, I have no idea. But whatever. So we sit down, and at the end, basically by the end of the meal, which I'll talk about in a second, he asked, he's like, what's your name? I said, Bert. He's like, you look familiar. I'm like, well, we just opened the barbecue restaurant over there. He's like, oh, that was you? I'm like, thanks for bringing that to Brooklyn. I'm like, are you from here? He's like, yeah, I live right down the street. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then he comes back. He says, yeah, I just want here's your bill. Just want to let you know. Thanks for bringing that. I said, are you looking for a job? He's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, okay, great.
Damn.
Anyway, so here is their menu. I'm going to bring it up so we can see how.
While you're bringing that up, Justin says, check the ingredients. The tomato sauce we buy is $11.99 for a number 10 can, but it's tomatoes, olive oil, salt, and basil. They have a $5.99 number 10 can, but it's just tomatoes and high fructose corn syrup. So there's probably where you're getting your disparity of prices.
Probably.
What the GFS is using much cheaper ingredients versus Chef Mate that is using better ingredients. So.
I would agree.
Yep.
Probably.
So always check your ingredient list, people.
So here is their menu. We tried the and I love how their online menu they show no prices. But anyway, we tried.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Probably true. When I tell you what we paid for it, you'd probably tell me. So we tried these Moroccan meatballs, ground lamb with garlic, fresh herbs, and warm spices. I don't know what warm spices are. What are warm spices? I'm not a chef.
Oh.
Okay. Served with tzatziki and naan. And it was, I assume it was fresh made naan. It was grilled.
The naan is an interesting accompaniment to meatballs, but okay.
Yeah, it kind of like it didn't. They were cut into like triangles, like Dorito shaped triangles.
Yeah.
The naan was good. It was very thin though. It wasn't like kind of a thicker naan that you buy at the store, maybe.
Yeah.
I thought the meatballs were like not good. I didn't like them too much. My wife liked them.
I thought they were not good. Okay.
So my wife, then over here, I had the Atlas smash burger with 2 quarter-pound beef patties, white American cheese, dill pickles, and a spicy garlic aioli on a brioche bun.
Okay.
That was $13.
I was gonna say 15. Okay.
It was another $3 for their Parmesan garlic fries.
Okay.
That McDonald's were better.
Mm.
While the burger was cooked great, okay, so the burger was cooked great. I asked for whether they had like a different cheese, because like white American, to me it has no flavor. So I asked her if they had pepper jack. She's like, no, we only have white American. I'm like, okay.
We don't
But
like white Americans here.
Otherwise, the burger was very plain. Like there was nothing, I guess, about it that would want me to come back and get it. It was, other than it was cooked good. I'll give that. And then
But
my
not
wife,
seasoned.
really no. I mean, there was really no. I didn't even taste this like the spicy garlic aioli. Like there was
Okay.
really no spice to it. I really think the cheese kind of screwed it up.
Okay.
Anyway, and then my wife had the salads and bowls. She had the ahi tuna poke bowl,
Sounds delicious.
and she loved it. She absolutely loved it. She posted it to her story. But yeah, I asked what the little bean-looking things were, and she says they were edamame. I'm like, oh well, now I know what that is.
Yeah, it's not my favorite of the legume family, but
The seaweed salad in this, though, is pretty interesting. It was literally 2 pieces of seaweed like this on top. That was pretty much it.
all right.
So for those, and then my wife had a cocktail,
Okay.
and I had just a fountain pop. For
So
the
60
two of
bucks out the door
oh, you
with a
wish,
tip.
pal.
That's what the tip included.
You wish.
Okay.
The bill was 68. Not much off, but 68.
Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. You said your thing was $16.
Correct. So the
So you got another 52 to go.
these guys were the Moroccan
$2.
meatballs were $15.
Oh, I think I forgot the meatballs. Okay.
Her cocktail was $15.
Yeah. So I forgot the
And her
meatballs.
her poke bowl I think was like 20
$30.
something.
Yeah. I'd guess if they were doing good ahi tuna, then yeah, I would assume that that'd be close to 30.
So we were out the door with tip. I did $80 basically for both of us.
That's pretty normal for us.
Okay, right?
I mean,
well, for you and
yeah.
Angie, or for you and your wife?
Yeah.
Okay. So
We're usually both getting a drink though. I mean, it's not out of the question for $100 dinner for us to go, and that's nothing, over the top fancy like this.
So I say that to say this.
Mhm.
The feedback that I'm getting from a lot of people at my spot is that for what I'm giving people, I'm feeding a lot of people for a low price.
Mhm.
Like I had one lady come in and said, you just fed a family of 5 for $100.
Mhm.
And like, we just ate and that was with tip. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, is that good? Like, should my prices be higher? Like, why? I mean,
Well, how many dining options are there in the area?
so,
Past fast food.
do you count Big Boy?
Sure, we'll count Big Boy.
All right.
It's a sit down. It's a family meal.
So sit down places, non-fast food. There is this place, a bar, us, a Greasy Spoon that's open until like 6,
Mhm.
and Big Boy. So
Yeah.
oh, and they just opened a new pizza buffet. So 7.
So yeah, your options are greasy burger diner food.
Yeah.
So even I'd include Big Boy in that. Or a bar burger. So
or
you
uppity
and-
or meatball or pizza.
yeah, so you and Atlas are the two normal dining experience where you're going to get Atlas
Probably
has
higher.
some nicer options.
Yeah.
But it's nothing crazy. You're going to get a properly cooked burger. You're going to get a salad that's not just out of a bag and into a bowl. And yeah, so
So
when
speaking of that,
that's the comparison for even like two people going out to when you said somebody said that, oh, you can't feed my husband and I can't go to dinner for $50.
Yeah, that
And
was
that's
another
the
one.
case. So that doesn't mean you raise your prices. That
No,
means you are right where you want to be.
yeah, like, and I'm appreciative of that.
Yeah.
So you brought up salads. I don't know if you saw a picture I posted the other day of a salad that we somehow created. So we
Yes.
have a chicken Caesar wrap on our menu that it's new. And I had a
Mhm.
nice lady come in and say that she has allergies, couldn't do gluten. And I said, well, I can
Yep.
make that into a salad if you want. She's like, yeah, but I had chicken Caesar salads all the time. Like, can I just get something different? I'm like, well, let me try something. So for our wings, I have been very proud of myself, uh, with the exception of that rub bubba, um, that I've made a couple sauces on my own.
Mhm.
One of them was a house-made Parmesan garlic sauce for our wings, and so I keep it on hand. And so I did basically like a Parmesan garlic chicken salad. So we made it basically a salad with smoked chicken on top and the Parmesan garlic sauce and like Parmesan shreds and then like crunchy fried onions.
Okay.
And she was happier than a pig in shit. I posted that. She commented on it, said it was great. I've had 8 people come up and ask for that salad now.
Excellent.
Like, do I put the salad on the menu?
No, but you have the stuff to bake it.
Yes,
So
we
that
could
way when
always
someone
make it
asks for it, and
special.
now you have an off menu item that people ask for.
So
I think
brought,
it's awesome to have secret menu items.
well, you brought that up again. So we did this past. I got my panini press.
Mhm.
Love it. So we did a barbecue grilled cheese, a barbecue melt on Thursday.
Was that your pic? Was that actually your picture?
Yes,
Awesome. No, it was just so evenly toasted. Like it was
yes.
perfectly done. Good job. Well done.
So we originally started putting like butter or not butter, but garlic mayo on the outside of the bread.
Yeah.
Have you ever made a grilled cheese with mayo?
Yeah, I don't it doesn't do anything for me.
Well, so it really didn't do a lot for it either. So we just put it underneath. We just sprayed it and put it underneath, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had a lady come in that Saturday and say, hey, or call in and say, hey, do you? My daughter wants that barbecue melt.
Mhm.
I'm like, well, that's typically just our, our a rotating Thursday special. She's like, oh, she was so looking forward to that. Like, can you make it? I'm like, yeah, I can make it. So it's like, okay, barbecue melt. There we go. It's like,
As far as our truck goes, if someone asks for something and we have the materials to do it,
yeah, I'll make
we're
it.
gonna do it. I
I
mean,
kind
even
of, I kind of make it sound like it's a chore just to have them understand it. But
I
you
suppose.
mean I got to turn the grill on like it has been on all day?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
for our panini presses took a while to get to temperature.
Yeah,
We were also
just
running them in the winter, so they were pretty damn cold. But
pretty cold.
yeah, excellent. I mean, it was kind of the same thing when we did when we had meals, and then we took them off the menu, but we still had. I mean, I gave you all kinds of cases of
Yeah,
those, but
yeah,
we still had some. And if someone asked for it, we still had it on the
yeah.
register. So we had a handful of people that ordered them for 2 years.
So if
You
you
know.
didn't know, I mean, you probably haven't looked at the menu, but we took meals off.
Yeah.
So now we ask them if they want to, because we give them chips with a sandwich now, and we
Okay.
ask if they want to upgrade their chips to a side, and we give them $1 off. So and I said, oh, you could do 2 sides, and you get $2 off,
Are you doing like full bags of chips?
like just the ones you get anywhere else. Like
Yeah,
they're
like you, but
one
you're doing
ounce
a
bags.
bag of chips. Yeah,
Correct. Yeah.
not a handful of chips type of thing.
Well, we ran out of the bags because it was cheaper to buy the other ones were on sale. So I wanted to see
Okay.
if we could do. The problem
So
with those is you don't get a good yield because like the bottom of them are all crumbs, and
yeah.
I just don't do that. So we're probably just going to spend the extra and just do the regular bags because it's easier,
Mhm.
especially for grabbing
So
goes.
to get a normal side, it's cheaper than a bag of chips.
No, so you get let's say you do a pulled pork sandwich
Yeah, and
for
it comes with a bag of chips.
for $9.50.
Okay,
Okay, you can save $1 on a side. So all our
you get a
sides
dollar
are
off the side, not a dollar
correct.
off the. Okay, gotcha.
Correct. Yes, $1 off the side.
Gotcha.
Or you could save $2 off 2 sides and make it a meal and get a free piece of cornbread. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay. That seems more complicated than it needs to be. But
No, because here's the thing. So when I was trying to figure out the whole online system through Square, the ordering system, it's still screwing me up. But I think I've got it enough where in my modifiers on my POS are like X, Y, and Z, right? So if they want a meal, click a meal and then click 2 sides. With this one, I use the same modifiers, but they didn't have to check the meal to upgrade to, or to charge them $8. They could just charge the 2 sides and not be they would get, it would act like they were getting sides for free. Let's put it that way. So I had to go back in and list every side as like $4 under the modifiers. So charge them extra.
You create a variation.
Yes.
Yeah, there's lots of ways to do it. We did the same thing when we had meal.
But I had to title it, make it a meal for $8 and get 2 free cornbread, or get a free cornbread, and it requires them to pick 2 sides now. I didn't realize
cornbread and 2 sides then?
If for $8, yes.
Okay.
My goal is to get a 20 spot out of everybody that comes in. That's my goal, if I can. So yesterday,
on average.
No, I would love to get a 20 spot from everybody.
Well, yeah, but on average, though, like
yes,
the people that have $100 order offset the people that got just a sandwich on the run. And
so this week, our average ticket was $39.52.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. You're getting a 20 spot out of every person and a 10.
So great. Yeah. No, but it was also like yesterday. It was $43 a person was our average ticket for like a $2,000 day.
And that's what I would expect with the Super Bowl. That's why I asked you if you were selling a lot of large quantities of meat and wings.
Yeah, it was.
So we see that a lot leading up to holiday weekends. We have a lot of people stop by and get 3 pounds of pulled pork, and they're going somewhere for the weekend type of thing, heading into a holiday. So,
of course, all the money I made this week, I just had to pay some bills. I hate that. Why can't money just stay in there? Like, that's all that matters. Why can't it just
be grateful that you had the money to pay the bills?
Oh, absolutely. I'm not ungrateful.
Yes,
like some people.
I'm very grateful.
I didn't say you. I said like some people.
Yeah, there's only 2 of us here. Generally, when you say unlike some people, you're referring to the person in the room.
Oh, it's Fred behind you.
We have talked to 0 other people today, so it's not like you're implying it's somebody else.
Josh, you are very grateful.
Fuck you.
By the way, so you asked about like what we did yesterday as far as like the type of items that were ordered.
Okay. We got to get to a whole bunch of comments after.
Oh, please. No, go ahead. I love comments. Go ahead.
I had my calendar pulled up on the same screen, so I missed some of these. Sorry, everybody.
Dumbass.
I was trying to book something.
We're trying to run a business here.
Justin says you have to consider what you bring to the market. Are you offering something other than just the food? Are you offering an atmosphere and service or expertise that warrants extra cost or value to your guest?
That guy might know what he's talking about. I'm just saying.
Maybe.
He's pretty knowledgeable.
Yeah. Pam says secret menu Skippy.
I love secret menus.
Menu Skippy. Secret. Justin again, if the answer is no, then just charge a normal rate. I think you're making your guests do too much mind gymnastics there. And that's what I was saying about the whole meal thing. Is it seems more complicated than it needs to be. Like for them to be able to figure out what something's going to cost them. Like, well, if I get this and this and this, then I have to subtract $2 here. You know,
literally when I'm asking them if they want to upgrade to a side, I don't even tell them how much it is. Like I'm just like, it comes with chips. Do you want to upgrade to a side? They're like, yeah. They don't even know that they're paying $4 instead of $5.
So they think they're getting the side for the same price as the chips then?
No, that's why I said upgrade. It's implied that there's a monetary unit involved.
We got to send Musk over to Skippy's place.
We're not wasteful spending.
Implied charges.
The government
pretty sure this is how Netflix ended up with a huge class action. Not Netflix, but Verizon ended up with a huge class action suit.
Listen
It's
here.
a service fee.
Listen here. It's implied that they're going to spend more when they get a side.
Okay.
I hate you all.
Hey, if someone walks up to my trailer with a $20 bill and says, "This is what I have to spend on lunch," I want it to be as easy as possible for them to know what they can buy.
I do too. That's why I'm very nice to talking to them about it. I'm a salesman. That's my job.
I'm with you, Justin.
Fuck you both. Excuse me.
Pam says, "You roll your eyes big time with special request, Josh." I do not.
Yes, he does.
Okay,
Thank you, Pam.
You want to know what I roll my eyes at? Can I get a Dorachos with everything deconstructed? Can I get the chips in one container, the sauce in another one, the barbecue sauce in another one, the onions in this container, the peppers in this container? You know how much it cost me to make that effing Dorachos? Like $10 in containers.
Why don't you just do the little pieces of foil?
Huh?
No containers at all. Just do little pieces of foil.
Little pieces of foil?
Yeah, so you rip the little foil off, you put the onions in here, wrap it up.
Because it looks like shit. It looks like I filled a container a bag full of.
Okay, then stop complaining.
I don't complain, Pam. Do I ever not fulfill a request?
Do you complain while you're fulfilling the request?
No.
Liar!
Verbally, no.
Then why would she say, yeah, eye roll? There you go. Yeah, eye roll.
An eye roll is not a complaint.
That is a complaint.
It's a mild agitation.
Of what? You had something in your eye? Like a complaint?
Yes.
Thank you, Pam. I love you.
Justin, why are you confused? Will you please cut the sandwich in half? Eye roll.
I get that too, though. I fucking hate that.
Pam, is it ever like at a normal roadside place, though? No, it's at a freaking festival where there's a line 47 people deep, and we don't have any clean knives because we just got done trimming meat for the next day. Yeah.
So
I get sandwiches.
I get people asking about like a 2 meat plate, right?
Yeah.
And a 2 meat plate, right? We advertise as like it's got 5 ounces of meat on it, on each meat, and so they'll. Can I get?
So are you weighing those?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Swear, definitely weighing them.
I was just asking, or if you had like a scoop that you. Well, this is about 5, because like our sandwiches are about a quarter pound with that scoop, but we don't advertise it's a quarter pound.
So
sandwich.
every sandwich we use a 4-ounce scoop. Our side we use a 6-ounce scoop.
Okay.
Because that's what our sides are. They'll typically will fit in there.
Those are volume, not If it says 6 ounces on it, that's volume, not weight.
Whatever. You're right. You are absolutely accurate.
No, it's important distinction because not everybody understands.
Sorry,
when we have 8-ounce side containers, I have heard some people on my truck to customers say it's a half pound of whatever. Said no, it is 8 ounces. Volume, not weight.
Yes, volume, not weight.
Because all of our sides weigh different amounts per ounce.
So they have asked for double brisket. So I have to charge them like for double brisket. So it's basically $6 extra. And it ends up being like a 2 meat plate, which is typically $18, goes up to add $24 for double brisket and 2 sides. I'm like, so we're weighing out. It's like 10 ounces of meat and I'm losing money. No, I'm not. It's actually working out. Doing the meat plates and by the pound's actually working out better now that you market it by the half pound and not the full pound.
Or why not do both?
Because I don't need to yet.
All right. Pam says, as always, you are correct, Josh. My reference to the places that we get asked to cut sandwiches in half all the time. Sure. Granville, the Vintage Fest, is a big one. There's a lot of elder people there. And it's like every other sandwich was freaking cutting. And can I have a receipt for them to hand them the receipt and say, oh, we don't need that.
Yeah. You printed a receipt, pal.
You're getting it. Which is why we stopped offering the option. Justin says, do foil only if you subtract $2 and decide by the sum of the negative
Shut
equity
up.
of the styrofoam box.
Don't you got some noodles to cook?
He says, I'm still confused about the sides and chips. Pam says I could do an upcharge for the deconstruction. I've been known to charge $1 per white bun with bulk meat, which she's done.
She charged for a bun? It's fantastic.
Well, no, we do. So if people want, like, can I get 2 pounds of pork and can we get some buns? Sure. How many buns would you like? Normally, we'll go like a quarter a bun because we're not looking to screw people. Already, they can get them cheaper if they just stop in the gas station, even. So I think there was 4 buns. Pam asked how much to charge. I said $1
Per.
and she had $1 per. I think it's how that ended up rolling.
Have
So,
those customers ever come back?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, they have.
Have they paid $1 per bun since?
No, I don't think so. But just because we can doesn't mean we should. Hello, Matthew. Good. There are little children here today, just an FYI.
Little
Don't be
gremlins.
startled.
One pops out and bites your ankle.
Midwinter break. Today and tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole midwinter break thing. It's fucking weird. Anyway.
Oh, they had a day off of school last week for freaking nice.
So yesterday, going back to what we were talking about, you asked about buying meat in bulk. So we have a platter option called Feed the Family. It's $80. It's a pound of chicken, pound of pork, a full rack of ribs, 2 16-ounce sides, just to confuse Justin some more, and 4 cornbread. So we charge $80 for that. We had 4 orders of just that. So that's bulk stuff. And then we sold out a brisket, had a bunch of mac and cheese sold. So yeah, they were just kind of buying shareable versions of all that.
Excellent.
But there was 2 meat plates, and had people come back from the day before that I talked to, and they came back the next day. Right now, our streak in 1 week is a lady named Sally. She's got 3 days in a row out of the 4 that we were open, because she came for pulled pork on Wednesday and Thursday, and stays for the burn ends on Friday.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. I don't know. I could go to any place for 3 days in a row.
Well, since it's a coffee shop, they meet the group of ladies meet there every Wednesday or Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and sometimes on Saturdays, because they're getting done with their old lady exercise class and yoga.
Excellent.
So I'm trying to convert them into meat eaters.
Pam says the guy was drunk. He didn't even realize it was $1 a bun.
Well,
And,
wasn't drunk enough because he came back.
Justin says, not cooking today or tomorrow. We had a 6K week. Gonna take a few days off.
Well, good for you.
Sorry for the slow week.
Beat you. Uh-huh.
Wow. Don't listen to him, Justin. Congratulations. Good job, buddy.
You're doing an excellent job.
Mm-hmm.
I love our listeners. Where's Jason though? Probably playing with a smoker.
Not been on at all.
Yeah, probably playing with a smoker.
So, probably. I haven't seen Nick yet today either.
I wonder what he had. Wonder what he had before that new smoker he just bought.
Nick?
No.
He's had a couple different things.
Is Rodriguez on? Steve?
I don't know if he's still on or not.
Oh.
He was at night. He was on it right now. Let me know if you're still on, Mr. Rodriguez.
I want to know what Steve does. We don't know what Steve does yet, I don't think.
I'm assuming barbecue.
Good for him. Anyway, speaking of barbecue, are you really looking forward to your smoker?
Good for him. Man, I really don't know what Steve does. I wonder what Steve does. I think he does barbecue. Oh, good for him. Bastard.
What?
Copycat.
Can I tell you that I'm a squirrel? I'm just, hey, look. Whoo.
Mike Terry commented on my post today of the Angry Mac, and he asked if I had to pay some royalties to Sean, or if I cleared it with him on the name.
So of all the potlucks that we've ever had at barbecue competitions, I have had Angry Mac once.
I don't know that I ever had it.
It is very soupy. it was shells and cheese, but it was very soupy, and it was very angry, but it was very good. But he's now.
Justin says he's probably making money instead of being here and confused.
Well, he's.
Yeah, I am looking forward to the smoker coming.
What's is it because it's like a new toy, or you really think it's going to build or help build more?
I think I'm within centimeters of burning through the outside wall of my current smoker, so I'm very much looking forward.
Outside wall. Oh boy.
The new one that was just put in,
Yes.
that stainless steel one. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a nice big brown spot on it now.
Oh.
So yeah, the heat's
You
there.
You should take a picture and post it to our Facebook page.
I'm gonna take a picture and send it to what's his name?
Who, Randall or Jay? Because it's been worked on
Jay.
by both.
Jay. Yeah, that was Jay's latest fix. Who's
You
now
should-
he's done work on that thing twice.
So here's what you need to do, right?
Complete reconstruction the last time, and it still burned through in 2 months, 3 months.
All right. Here's what you need to do. Here's
Okay.
what you need to do.
I'm
So
all
you need to
ears.
have him cut the chute entirely off.
He
Okay.
did.
Hold on. No, I'm talking about the whole side, the whole thing. Front, back of the smoker itself, the whole thing, and just put an outlaw firebox in it, and you can run it as an offset. Done. Perfect.
That sounds awesome. I think it's a great idea. He won't do that.
Lone Star Grill's made one. Looks really, really cool. It's like a cabinet smoker with like an offset firebox. Kind of neat looking. There's one for sale right now.
Yeah.
I don't want it though.
Awesome. Me either. It sounds like you want it a little bit.
It is cool.
Yeah. I am looking forward to having it.
Good.
So I'm looking. It is a new toy. It is. I like learning how to cook on new cookers.
Because it's the cook, not the cooker.
That's right. It's fun. It's a
It
new
is.
challenge. It sounds like this probably shouldn't be a huge challenge for me, rather than just changing some methods around, and probably some timelines will have to change a little bit. From what I'm hearing from you and everybody else, that typically those cook a little bit faster. Just
So
with the convection air in it.
in
with
my
the rotisserie.
convection rotisserie, I can. I was telling Bubba yesterday, briskets cook on the bottom shelf, which typically will take a little bit longer.
Mhm.
They will cook in 7 hours.
Yeah.
So now I can tell you this: my goal last week, I think I figured out when I need staff and when I can huff it myself. Thursdays for sure when I'm loading big meats. Thursday this time big meats didn't get on until like 1:30 in the afternoon, so I had to stay there until like 8:30 at night till they got off. But yeah, so I'm looking at that. Otherwise, we're doing good. We're doing good with staff.
Good.
We're doing
You
okay.
found that morning person yet? Have you re-advertised for that
No,
position?
I have not.
Okay.
I'm scared. I'm scared because it's like I don't. I want to give somebody a chance, but
Mhm.
it's like
It doesn't hurt you to, though. That's the thing.
no. I just
There's only one way you don't find somebody, and that if you just stop trying.
so when you're at okay. So when you started this way back in the day, right?
Mhm.
Way back in the day, which
Way
was a
back.
Wednesday.
6 years ago, almost.
Can you believe it? 6 years.
No.
Most restaurants fold after 3. So,
I know. We're on borrowed time.
yeah. No, this is all gravy now. No,
Not yet.
no. So, what was your biggest fear with employees? Did you know Chris prior to that?
Yeah,
I think
I've known
okay.
Chris for a long time.
Okay. Did you know that he was going to work out as well as he's? I mean, I assume
Yes.
as well as he's had.
I had zero doubts.
Okay.
So in 2019, I think it was 2019. Yeah, towards the end of that season, he came out and did a couple weekends with us to see how he liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met with him that off season, said, "Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I can offer you. Hopefully, there is lots of room for financial benefit for both of us if everything goes well. There's no guarantees, obviously. But
Like
yeah, I knew his work ethic. I knew his willingness to not leave a job that is shitty. So, yeah, it all worked out for me. Like,
Yeah, right. It's all
love you,
coming up,
Chris.
Josh.
So yeah, I had no doubt that he would be as consistent as he is.
So with you, if you get big and huge and
Mm-hmm.
your business expands as well as you hope it will in the future,
Mhm.
would you ever consider him um, an equal partner at some point or another because of all like
Like
he's
as far as actual ownership in the company,
yes.
no.
Okay. I didn't know if that
No.
was
Here, and this is if everything works out perfect and we're in dream world,
yeah.
but there is at no point in time where I'm going to give up more than a majority share of my business.
For sure. Yeah, I guess I wasn't expecting. What I mean by equal partner is somebody that believes in the business as much as you do, somebody
He
that's
already
willing to
does.
do.
Yeah, he is that person already.
And how long did it take to get there?
He was pretty much there day one.
So he's
But I
doing
got
whatever
lucky.
he can. Yeah, I know. He's
Yeah.
I thought this guy was going to be like he loves barbecue, and that was where maybe my
You can't find yourself a Chris from day one.
you
I
did.
mean, unless I know, but
I mean, you did.
well, I found a Chris before day one though. Like
Oh, because you
like
already knew him.
I knew his personality. I knew everything they needed to know about Chris, and he fully understands that. The better the truck does, the better he does. You know, if we're not increasing sales every year, if we're not making money, he doesn't see an increase in pay. There's a direct correlation in how well we do
Yeah.
versus how well Chris does, and he understands that. So he knows the more he gives into the company, the better life is for him in the long run. So
I just found out that one of our local barbecue trucks has shut down his. Well, I believe he has shut down his truck to be a chef at a new restaurant that just opened up.
So yeah, as part of Chris's compensation, when we first had our sit down before he started, um, he got a percentage ownership in the business
Sure.
that increases 1% every year up to 10%.
Sure.
So, so at his peak, he'll own 10% of the business.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, he has skin
with
in the
hopes
game.
at some point in time
He can sit
it
home and
pays
collect checks.
it pays off at some point, hopefully.
Yeah.
Whether we get bought out or whatever. Yeah. So hopefully that's how it works.
All right. So yes, I will. I'm going to post that I'm looking for a pit person. Here's what I expect.
Mhm.
Let's talk about laws here for a second.
Yeah, I wanted to get to that too, but yeah, I'm going to be going through that same thing. We're going to post that position soon too, because I have to get out of that rule.
Yeah.
And then we have, and part of this phone call is that we have possibly found a spot.
Cool.
Where the price is pretty right. It doesn't need a ton of work. It definitely needs some work.
Yeah.
But it's more work than what I have cash in the bank for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, we could be open, not perfect, but we could be open, probably with about 60K.
That's good.
So, yeah. So, and that's if everything, I mean, falls perfectly. And yeah, like
Josh, we're all running lean and mean right now, so it's like
everything falls perfect with all the timing and everything. Like, I still have time that I can call Old Hickory and say, "Hey, can you do natural instead of propane?"
Yeah,
because that smoker's not started yet.
Yeah, no.
So yeah. I mean, ideally, yeah, I go and pick up that smoker and we reel it right into a brick and mortar that's going to open in a little bit, type of thing.
Okay. Well, you've heard it here, folks. We're working on it.
It's no secret that we've been casually.
I know, but
if something falls into place, it falls into place. This has potential.
I did find out that the original building that we were looking at was purchased by a pizza company called BC's Pizza. I guess it's a franchise.
I know
of some
BC.
sort.
Yep. We have BC's over here.
Yeah, I had never heard of it. So this is the first time they're in our area. And the shop used to be a restaurant, then it was a catering company, and then I guess the catering company took everything when they left.
Yep.
And these people had to put in a ton of money, and I'm so happy that I didn't do it.
So this place was an old pizza place, but the kitchen's gutted. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
The drain's still there. The water lines are still. The gas line for the pizza oven's still there. The roof vent for the hood is still there and functional.
Yes.
But I would need to put in a new hood.
Contact JT
For what?
a hood.
Oh, does he just have one laying around?
Yes. He needs to get rid of it. It's like an 8-foot hood.
I think I'm closer to 12 foot that I need.
Well, ask him. But
Okay.
yeah.
Real quick, Pam said Chris was afraid of me because I volunteered to work without pay. So Josh ignored my offer, but I stalked him, and the rest is history. That's true. Hello, producer Kyle. Yeah,
Hi,
well,
Kyle.
I'm going to assume you want to talk about PTO requirements and sick time requirements.
Actually, yeah, because I would, and I know we only have about 10 minutes left, but
I totally missed that whole thing until I saw it on somebody else's post.
well, that and tipping wages too.
Yeah,
we
we
don't
near that. Yeah, we were nowhere near that. Anyways,
but here's the reason I wanted to bring that up is like what is it going to affect your staff moving forward as far as your staff already understands they're getting a livable wage, right? Like you're already paying them what would be considered a good wage.
Hi, Nick.
And
Nick finally joined us.
Oh, hey Nick, you're a little late, buddy. Not like you were doing anything. It's a freaking Monday. Anyway, what I have noticed on a couple of our days that we have not been, like our tip is like down to like 8% of what.
Yeah, we definitely have those days now on the truck.
I've just seen, maybe I've just noticed it more, but it was, yesterday's tipping was good, but I don't know, tipping wages. So that was one. And then, the PTO thing is like,
it's
not
PTO, it's sick time. You
correct.
Don't have to offer PTO. It's just
and the fact that somebody can call off or can do a no call, no show 3 times and not be fired for it. That's also part of that.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah. That's another thing too. I don't know if I haven't done enough research to know where it affects. It was actually the Republican. She just signed it into law. Anyway. So what I haven't done enough research to know if there's a certain number of employees that it applies to, and whether it's like small business, big business, whatever.
So for the sick time, yes, there's 2 different segments. Because I went through and had to research all this stuff. I got my square set up yesterday. So as of right now, Chris is accruing sick time.
Fucker's not working.
God damn it. So
he accrues 0.000 hours per hour worked.
So if you are more than 10 employees, it's 1 hour per every. I thought it was 30 for both sides. I know that our employees accrue 1 hour for every 30 hours worked. And I thought the biggest difference was the rollover or the max amount they can have.
Okay.
So hours have to roll over. 40 hours is the max they can have, or is what you have to allow them to bank. You can go more than that if you want, but
will you allow them to use it as anything other than sick time?
It depends. I have to dig in a little bit closer. If we have to qualify it as sick time, or if we can just do it as PTO, essentially.
Yeah.
Because for where I worked, we just had PTO. We didn't have separate sick time leave.
Yeah, I think we had.
And you
PTO,
just use it for everything. Yeah, you just use it for everything.
I need to take a PTO day. Here you go.
Yeah. So I got to see if I can do it that way, or if we have to have the sick time built in for the verbiage. But yeah, 10 employees is the limit. So you're going to have 1 hour accrued for every 30 hours they work. It's right in Square. It's super easy. It's super easy in Square. Yeah. It took me 3 seconds to do it once I found out where it was.
The other law that is going back and forth, it's a federal thing. The BOI request. Have you done that?
BOI.
It's basically the beneficiary contact.
Yep. Ours was filed.
We did it when they first came out with it. Then they suspended it, and then they said do it, and then they suspended it again, and then they said do it. It's basically just to protect against money laundering. Everybody's getting so up in arms about it because they're having, you're submitting information. You know what? The federal government has all our information anyway. It really doesn't matter, people. Just submit your shit.
Yeah. So when we set up the company, we probably didn't need to do this, but we did it. We had a registered agent because you're supposed to have an address listed that can accept mail and registered mail. And we didn't have that locate, like we didn't have a set location.
Yeah.
We can guarantee. So we set up a registered agent, which is that's out of Lansing is our address. So and they scan everything in. So if we get stuff, so like all our tax stuff goes there, and then they scan it, and we get it. You have a new file, or you have new mail that's been uploaded, or whatever. But they also do other services for you. So they actually file our stuff for us.
Oh.
So all our state paperwork that we have to do, so in the BOI, they filed like your BO. This is coming up. Would you like? It's like $20. I was like, yep, absolutely. And then I don't have to do anything else.
What type of? You care to share the company offline or offline?
Yep. So we use Northwest Registered Agent. Oh. I'm trying to pull up the website right now.
Because I need to do an amendment to our articles of incorporation. So.
Yep, they did all that for us. Doing the amendments was a little bit tricky. The form is very confusing.
Well, I have to change addresses.
Okay, that shouldn't be too bad. I don't know why I can't. The website is not pulling up.
And then everybody's been asking me if I'm doing two separate businesses, the food truck and this.
So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. I do want to get us switched over to S Corp probably.
Yeah.
I would.
But I don't have any. I don't have any partners though, or I don't. Right. And with an S Corp though, you can pay yourself a W-2, so that's good.
Yes. Well, yeah, legally, yes.
Legally, you can.
Legally. I don't think the IRS is coming after you. Like I had a W-2 the first couple of years when we were as we are. So.
Yeah.
Until I found out we weren't supposed to do that.
Whoops.
But whatever.
Oh, Joshua, you own this business, but yet you.
No, but
Joshua.
So I would like to have an umbrella company with everything underneath it.
Yeah.
So that way, if we wanted to do like a restaurant with a different name, we're not filing on like everything could just be under the same umbrella.
Yep.
Ideally. So. But yeah, for the like, if we were getting this brick and mortar, it would just all be Sweet Rex. Right now, both places would be that, and it would all be under the same license.
Would you have we've already established last week, you have over 15,000 followers on your Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever entertain having separate Facebook pages for a brick and mortar and the food truck?
I don't know yet. I've gone back and forth on it.
What are your pros and cons in 2 minutes?
Specials on the truck wouldn't necessarily be the specials in the restaurant, and there would be confusion. Telling people hours that we're open, or putting a post that the food truck is closed may cause confusion on the brick and mortar being closed. On the converse side, having those as separate pages means I have to build up a whole new, and there's no guarantee of those people are coming over.
So would you start with, like, personally, I would make the food truck the main page. Like I would, as where all my followers are, that'd be where my food truck is, because I think it's harder to build a following off your food truck, and then start a second page like PB&J's Barbecue Shop.
And that's probably what we would do. And it'd be a lot of duplicate posts.
Yeah.
So we would post brick and mortar stuff on the original page, and always put on a link to the new page and tag it. And
I've thought about doing groups too. Set up groups in within your page, and.
But yeah, I really don't want another page to manage.
I don't either.
Like
I get it.
Facebook has gotten so complex in the managing of pages as it is, and I don't see all the notifications. Like if I go on my phone and somehow I switch over to Monday Morning Food Truck page, like I don't get the notification.
I get nothing. I get nothing
for my normal page. Like, yes, I stopped getting those. I was like, damn it. So
if I'm on my business page, I get nothing from my personal page until, like, if people are messaging me, I get nothing, nothing at all.
Yep. So it's problematic there.
So your homework is you need to look at not the paid time off, but the no call no shows 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I don't care for that because that is you're one and done. There's no leniency there.
Well,
producer Kyle says, "Don't do groups. Meta is ruining their reach."
Okay. Well, thank you, sir. Producer Kyle.
Oh, sorry. He had a whole bunch of stuff. I missed it. Kyle said his registered agent is in Delaware. They apparently have no laws there. It's great.
They don't. I have heard that before. I have heard that before.
He said I would set up an S corp in Delaware and then register each business as its own LLC. That way, if you get sued on one, it's not leveraged against, or it's leveraged only against itself. Kyle, who's getting sued here?
Yeah, what are you talking about? We haven't even got paperwork done yet.
We're barely legitimate.
and that's stretching the truth on that one.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, well, another fun-filled show.
Yeah, everybody.
We're talking. We need to get out of here before we start talking legality. We do appreciate everybody that has hopped on. I don't know what number this is, but it's been a blast so far. So we're going to continue to do it. Hopefully, if I talk about the cafe and Josh ends up getting his brick and mortar going, you guys aren't going to leave us because we're talking about cafes and food trucks. But I might have to change the name to Monday Morning Food Truck Cafe.
All right, everybody.
And there's the alarm.
There's the alarm. All right, everybody. Have a good week. We will see you at some other time.
We'll see you next week, guys.
Next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You only do this on Tuesdays, Mondays?
Oh,
just on Mondays.
You missed the photo bomb.
Yeah.